a decade with the same pair of leggings to give Asgard that robot-esque feel. And they're dying.
They're dead.
They're dead. Okay,
they're
already...
Their legs. They're split.
I'm not ready to say goodbye, but I'm so ready to say goodbye.
So, after much testing and chaos, we are going to be using Worbla and mesh and things to make
stuff.
Armor.
Yes.
Like, basically robot legs. We're making robot legs.
We are making robot legs.
Okay, so we decided for the leggings, we are going to go ahead and try out this pattern. This is designed for leather leggings, but it's actually specifically for 4-way stretch fabric. So it's used for anything like this fabric where it has stretch both ways. So that's why we're going to go with that one. Technically, I am a size extra small, but for the purpose of getting things to fit just right, I'm going to go a size up since we're going to be adding plates and underlayers to it as well. So that's what I've cut out the pattern pieces for. And we're going to go ahead and cut out those pieces and start putting things together. Oh no! Oh no, why? Oh no. Oh, thank God. Okay, everything's fine. Ha ha ha. This is going to be the tricky part. Making sure these seams match up nicely on this stretchy, silky fabric. That's not half bad. Oh. Do, 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 do.
And this is when she knew everything had gone wrong.
I was very proud of my stitch work, and the fit is actually so snug I can't get them all the way up my on my quads. And I can already feel a bunch of seams ripping. So we have a problem. I need movement, you know, and I don't think I'm gonna get that out of these. The fit is actually way too tight. So let's take a look at the damage and see what we need to do next. Hole, 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 hole. Guys, I thought I was doing so good. Clearly I have gone amiss with this material type. So I'm going to give my mentor a call and seek some advice. So try number 2 with the leggings was still a little bit too snug. We know that we need some extra space both for the bulk of my legs and for the Worbla plates because they're going to be making that sandwich on either side of the fabric. So we need that extra wiggle room to get that to fit both snug but also so that I can pull it on without, ripping the fabric. So what we're going to do, since we know that the French seam took up quite a bit of the slack in the new sizing, is we're going to increase just our side seams by an inch on either side. It sounds like a lot, but we still, since it's still snug, we need that extra space. And I also need a little bit of extra slack for those French seams. So that's what we're going to do. And honestly, more space is better than less. If we need to snug it up after the plates are on, we can do that. That's not a problem. I'm not going to add extra seam allowance to the top or the bottom of the pattern. I'm short. I don't need extra height. I need the extra width. So I'm going to redraw the pattern and recut the fabric, and we'll go from there. All right, we have our pieces cut, and we're ready to sew these together. As a side note, one thing that I really highly recommend doing is if you're going to be redrafting a pattern and making alterations, make sure that you label it as you're doing it. Because if you lose track of the parts, like for this one, we have 3 parts, it's not hard. But for any pattern that's got multiple parts, no matter how few or how many, always label as you're making your adjustments, because I wouldn't know the front from the back unless it was labeled. So it's always really important to be able to identify the pieces that you're cutting at any given time. I also like to transfer over the cut instructions because I'm not going to remember those by memory. Like, I'll remember this pattern because it's been stuck in my head for the duration of this project, but several months after the project is done, I'm not going to remember anything about this project. So proper labeling, make sure you have your cut instructions, your grain lines, all of the things that the pattern would mark for you, because you don't want to give yourself the disservice of having to redraft or relook at the pattern if you're ever going to repeat it in the future.
Go!
So as you can see, we had to change our material completely. The structural integrity of the other stuff just was not going to cut it. So we ended up going with a different 4-way stretch fabric. This is known as illusion mesh or power mesh, and it's often used by dancers and performers who put the fabric through a lot of high stress situations, which is exactly our plan. So what we ended up doing was I sewed a pair of new tights for our situation, and made sure that there is almost no stretch in this whatsoever. I can barely grab it. And in order for me to do that, I had to, unsurprisingly, shorten the length of these footed tights because I'm short. And I put a essentially a garter waistband on it, which is going to look kind of funny, but nobody's going to see this part except for the whole internet. This part right here. So what I did was I used 2-inch elastic and a bra strap extender. So I can get them on easily, and they fit nicely, but in order to keep the weight of everything up, I can tighten it by using these, and it allows for a lot more weight to go on it, and it cinches up nicely, and nobody can see the sins. So, new leggings. Ta-da!
To make the kneecaps specifically that we are making for Asgard's legs, we are using 4 pieces of Worbla. We're heating them all up. Then we are taking this book, 376 decorative all-over patterns from historic textiles and textile work by Charles Carrier and Arthur Martin on page 125, where there are a bunch of pretty patterns in this book, but we decided this one worked best for Asgard. We're then using tracing paper and creating a trace of the design. And as we're creating the trace, we are then taking carbon paper face down, and as we get the design on the Worbla, we are then drummeling it and creating the textile that we want. Marlene! Marlene! Hang on. Marlene! Say hi.
Hi.
Yay. Every time I Dremel, the Worbla sticks to itself after it heats up. And so what I do next is I sand down the Worbla pieces to get it off, and so that the lines work that I'm doing shows up more clearly. We can now start making the armor plating out of Worbla for what's going to be attached. So Marlene right now has her Asgard attire on for her bottoms, and we realized that the thighs are actually going to end up being shorter panels than the shins, because there's really no point in showing a very long thigh plate when, yeah, that's not going to show. And that's the same with the back. Her back's completely covered, so we're going to give her as much air as we can while also covering what you're going to see, but uncovering what you're not. To do that, though, we need to make a pattern. And the idea for the pattern is we're going to be using paper and slowly tracing it out and then putting it on her legs so I can work when she's not here. That way I can make some progress other than just carving kneecaps.
Carving kneecaps.
Yeah, that came out a little weird, but it's fine. How far down does it go when you're sitting?
About here, yeah.
All right, and then
So when I'm sitting, it's here.
okay, stand. It goes down a little further. Okay, back up.
It's gonna get us in trouble.
Also, by the way, if you enjoy our content, please subscribe to our Patreon.
I promise, we're like this all the time.
Especially over on Patreon, you get bloopers. She picks that up later, it's fine.
See what I have to put up with? Ta-da!
And the cool thing about this, because legs are symmetrical, we just gotta flip it and we have one pattern.
Well, my legs are symmetrical. Not everybody's are. And that's okay.
I thought it was a disability joke.
No!
Because one's shorter than the other.
No! Because that is no! No!
First one.
Tita! Yay!
Now that we have our thigh pattern, we need to make it. We're going to take 2 pieces of Worbla, warm them up and put them together, unlike the 4 we used for the knee plate. And then we're going to leave out textile designs and make sure that there's sharp edges so the paneling can fit very closely together. And then stick them onto the leggings that Marlene's creating. So once we have that finished, we're going to then take rivets and put them along the lines here for what is holding the robot leg together so that it connects to Asgard's face, where she puts rivets down here and up here. We want this new piece of the costume to be connected to the makeup that Marlene does on her face that makes Asgard the automaton that she is. Cat! Hi! Commander, I'm trying to trace. Why do you hate me? Do not move my paper. Don't move my paper. This process is killing my endurance, and so we're going to enlist the able-bodied person help who has abs and better angling than I do in a chair. She's also taller.
No one ever says that to me.
We have shins. We have thighs. Now we heat and mold them to Marlene's legs. That. Why did something light on fire? There was smoke.
There was smoke.
Why was there smoke?
I think we need to find another way to do this.
Yeah. So we just need to warm it up off and then put it on. Ah! It's okay. It needs to mold to your shin. Hot? Just a touch.
It's okay.
Finger got stuck.
Oh no! Yeah,
I think that's done. What do you think?
I love it.
The original idea was to attach Worbla to Worbla through the fabric in order to get the leggings and the Worbla armor to attach. However, we realized we had an easier solution. We decided that we were going to take Velcro and attach it to the leggings as well as the Worbla armor and then go from there. What you see here is the process of us attaching to the Worbla armor.
Marlene? If you were to take the pastel and mark the Velcro and then press it down your leg, would that transfer to where you can see what you're doing?
Do it work?
I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet. It might should kind of sort of think it would. I don't know.
Oh, I should stay over there.
Work?
I hate you so much.
Okay. Sure.
Oh.
Like, thank
And
you.
that Dad knows everything.
Yes, that definitely should go in there.
I've
really
been prompted, so here we go. Dad knows all.
No!
Yes!
So now that each piece of Worbla has its Velcro stuck on, and Marlene at home is working on sewing the leggings with Velcro to match, it is now time for me to decorate, prep, and start painting these guys so that they are ready to attach when Marlene gets here this week. That means we're going to take these rivets and start decorating the Worbla for it to all match together and be cohesive with Asgard's face. Let's do this. It's gorgeous. I'm so happy. I went a little bit off the rails and experimented and came up with like a bronze color to contrast with the antique gold and the copper rivets to match with Asgard, and it's so pretty. I am so excited to see this on the leggings that Marlene is creating, and to also show the contrast with this, the design, the textile, the Victorian textile. It's beautiful. I'm so pleased. It turned out so much better than I could have ever hoped for.